Okay, so basically this is me showing you guys my expedition run. Right, so I've uploaded a previous few expedition videos and along with some Lost Battlefield videos, so I appreciate if you check them out also. Right, so disclaimer, this is not a video about strategy or anything. Okay, there's a bit of strategy involved, but not so much as to that you should watch this video especially for expecting to learn stuff. Right, it's just a basic sniping strategy. So what I do is I drop all my sniper in the four corners, okay, and hopefully my snipers will manage to take out the enemy, and after that I just drop my whole beefed up team in. Right, my Vlad, my Skull Knight, my Phantom King, all double evolved, and once I clear all the enemy troops, enemy heroes, I just send everybody in, and hopefully they just take out all the remaining buildings. So this is how I do my expedition every day. Right, if I were to take time to strategize through each run, right, it will just take too much time because I practically do this every day. Okay, so I'm obviously not going to invest enough time and effort just to detail every single run. So what I'm going for is just bases with a bad design, bases with weak heroes. If I see a base with a, let's say, a strong Drake or a strong base, a strong HBM, a strong Guild Wars base, I will just exit and try the next one. Alright, so you get 5 refresh every day. So you need to take advantage of those refreshers, okay? Because once you lose a hero, they can't revive. That's a cool thing about expeditions. So I don't have a Minnow, obviously, or else I'll be leveling him up and be using him in this kind of settings. But I'm still very far ahead from getting a Minnow. I actually have a Spirit Mage, but then Minnow tier is just too much money, and probably not going to get it in this year. Okay, maybe 2 years from now, maybe I'll get it. Right, I try to limit my spending every month so that I don't spend too much. Castle Clash actually is a very expensive game, right? Recently, okay, I've posted a previous video on this saying that I'll commentate on the situation Castle Clash is facing right now. But basically, hiring heroes is very difficult. Hiring good heroes, right? The role system is, the chance of getting a good hero is very minimal, right? For free-to-play players especially. So so I'll be doing expedition like this for the rest of maybe my CC career. So what happened here is, sorry of all the commentating, I missed out on the action. My Ares and Reaper actually got taken out, so I substitute my sniping strategy with my center boom strategy. What this strategy is basically I put my keep it down, I put my center boom, and I hope my center boom 2 of his missiles proc on the enemy bases. If it doesn't, I'll just back out. Okay, as you can see here, he managed to get a portion of the base, right? And now he got the full base. So I'll just send all my AoE heroes down. So basically, these are my Phantom King, my Drake, and my Harpy Queen. Okay, and I hope that they can finish the rest of the base. So that's my backup strategy. Alright, it happens when my snipers die. So if you are free to play, and you probably encounter this kind of situation, right? In your expedition, anyways, like your snipers get sniped. Maybe your snipers hit a warlock, alright, and the warlock revive and he auto procs, alright, and kill your Ares. This kind of thing happens all the time. So you need to have a backup strategy. My backup strategy is to get Center Boom to proc on the enemy bases. Okay, so this works most of the time, but I do still get failures time and again. So you will see at the end of this video, you will see that I actually didn't manage to complete today's run fully. I actually missed out on my last base. Okay, so this kind of thing do happen. Okay, it happens about 20% of the time. So do expect those failures. Okay, so my center boom managed to get a very good proc. Okay, 2 of the missiles actually hit the enemy's hero base. Okay, I just sent all my guys in. Alright, just hope that they can clear the enemy. My that is actually on Warlord 4. and bow at 7. So once he proc, a lot of stuff start disappearing. Okay, my Drake actually died there along with my Santa Boom, so I have to switch them out. If you are free to play player, you probably know this. I won't say I'm fully free to play. In fact, I'm not. But I spend very little money on the game, so I do not have very great heroes. Okay, I do have a few double evolve here and there, but I also lack essential heroes like Atonic, like Lady Leo, like Grimfin. Alright, so I can't do my expedition haphazardly. Right, so whenever I lose a hero, I have to substitute the crest, I have to substitute his artifact, I have to substitute the pets. Right, whenever I deploy my heroes down, I will want them to be fully equipped with pets. Any pet is fine. So pet can help out in a lot of situations. So in every run, I want all my pets to be deployed. Alright, so I'm just placing all my backup heroes, my second rate heroes, so to finish the expedition run. So I managed to, okay, before that I actually tried to hit on this base. Okay, so I dropped my Cupid and my Pixie hoping to snipe all the heroes here, but I soon realized that it's not possible, because looking at it, I just see a double evolved PD, a double evolved Aries, so I decided that was not going to happen. So here I was fortunate enough to encounter a HBM base, right? So I tried using Medusa at first. Okay, I was trying to hope his circles proc on the enemy bases, but Medusa was doing such a huge she was clearing the outer buildings too fast because she hit multiple targets her normal attack. So yep, she was not proccing enough to keep up. So I tried Siren. My Siren is actually double evolved, and she has a 5-second cooldown delay instead of Medusa's 8-second, so I was hoping she could proc more, alright, on the enemy bases. But as you can see here, the towers are probably level 14, level 15, alright, and the hero bases are quite high level also, so they didn't get affected much by my auto procs. Okay, so here I dropped everybody, hoping to clear up the base. Okay, but in the end, the Michael stacked on my heroes along with Pumpkin Duke and caused all my heroes to die. Alright, so I didn't finish the day with a full clear, so that was quite unfortunate. In fact, I had 99% done of the base down. Okay, I just have a Hug Me camp at the corner, which unfortunately I dropped on my heroes. So yeah, all my heroes got wiped. So this is day 2. I'll show you guys my quest briefly, and my pets and my artifacts. Right. I think from this video onwards, I won't be showing you guys my quests, my pets, my artifact, unless I get a major change, like I got a Warlord 5 quest or something. Because right now, my core snipers are still my Warlock, my Ares, my Reaper, my Pixie. Right, so that's not going to change. I'm not going to get a Demo Gorgon anytime soon. So, yeah. So, I won't be showing you guys from this point on. If you are curious about my quest, you can just type in the comment section and I'll reply to you. Alright, so this is a sniper, 4 corner strategy. Okay, so I snipe all his heroes. Only Grimfin is left. Okay, I managed to snipe his Grimfin because before his Grimfin comes close, so that was quite fortunate. Alright, okay, so there's a lot of Griffins here. I'll just put all my snipers in the 4 corners. Sorry if you can hear a bit of background noise. I'll try to remedy it. Hopefully this will make it better. Alright, so usually the hero trial will increase in difficulty once you get to the higher levels. So this is only the 3rd base, so the heroes are sort of easy at the moment. By easy I mean low HP. Okay, as you can see here, my snipers aren't having a great amount of problem clearing them up. So once my vet comes in, he wipes a lot of buildings and I get a full clear very easily. Okay, so I have something like a Guild Wars base here, but there's too much building on the outside. Alright, my Ares and my Warlock can hit four tiles, so 4 tiles wide, so it can reach over and hit the inner buildings. So yep. Here there's a lot of troops on the outer edges, so I just draw my snipers as usual. I actually backed out here because... Did I back down here? Well, I actually didn't back out here. I thought I was gonna back out. Oh no, I actually did back out in the end. Because his Skull Knight was very close to my Ares, and I can't afford my Ares to die. So I put my ranged hero on the side which is closer to a Skull Knight, and all my other heroes on top. So you guys should be aware that Cupid and Pixie and Warlock has the most range of all the heroes here in my team. So I want them to face as further apart from the Skull Knight as possible. Here I didn't back out in time. Okay, the Skull Knight actually killed my one-shotted, in fact, my Reaper. So yeah, in fact, he one-shot my Reaper under Calamity. So that was quite unfortunate. So this shows you how frail my heroes are when fighting something like a Skull Knight. Okay, they can just one-shot my heroes, so I had to be extra careful. I wasn't careful in this situation, so I lost one of my strongest snipers. Right, my Reaper is actually double evolved and War God 6 with bow at 4 crest, so losing him means losing a lot of firepower. Okay, so back to the sniping. So I already lost a sniper, so you'll start to see me having some trouble later on. Okay, for now I'm still able to cope because this base was obviously very badly designed for sniping. So all these heroes are dead. I drop my heroes down to clear the base faster. Okay, so what I'm seeing is a Greenfin, a single evolved Greenfin. So I tried dropping, because the wall there is too thick, so my snipers, my melee heroes are able to pass here on the wall, but I decided that his heroes are too high HP, so I just back out and search for easier base. So here I actually found a HBM base that is very easy. So yeah, you have to use your refreshers wisely. Make use of the 5 refreshers that you have every day, so as to not lose heroes. Okay, his Ares was actually getting close to my Ares, so I dropped all my team down to divert aggro. Okay, I definitely don't want anything to start hitting on my Ares because he's very low HP. Okay, so here we have something like HBM base to get you over 50%, so a lot of building also on the outer edges. Okay, so his Skull Knight is actually a corrode Skull Knight, so once I start getting close, my hero's energy will be affected. Okay, so it didn't die under Calamity as I would hope. So I think, yep, his Skull Knight actually aggro onto my Pixie before I deploy on my heroes. So but fortunately my Warlock actually provide a deflect for my Cupid, so Skull Knight killed himself, which is quite funny. But yeah, I managed to clear the base. Okay, so 2 more bases left. Okay, here we have also something like a guild war base. Alright, a lot of building on the outer edges. So I just place all my snipers down. Okay, so his Dreaddrake is dealing quite a massive amount of damage to my heroes, so I backed out. Right, I was trying to see if his Dreaddrake and Little Nick is double evolved or not. Usually I will face double evolved Dreaddrake and Little Nicks, because I don't want to risk losing my Ares and my Warlock. So here I actually dropped Druid, so I backed out because I want a perfect drop. So here I just hope that his hero dies in time. My Ares actually cleared the buildings the fastest out of all my snipers because he has the most damage. Okay, so I would want to place him at an area where there are a lot of high HP buildings. Okay, so here there's a double revolve Drake, so I'm not going to continue. I'm going to back out from here because my Aries is actually starting to go in the base, and even his flat totem got my Aries, so I backed out here. Right, so I'll try looking for another base. Okay, actually found a very good base. This base had a lot of troops on the outside, so I'm able to pick them off with my snipers. Right, if you look closely, you can see that Greenfin is actually taking a lot less damage than I would hoped. Right, I think he's on a Victor emblem and he's also stone skin. Alright, at least stone skin 5. So you can see that my snipers are dealing only 10k damage to it when it should be dealing about, I don't know, 50k. So yeah, definitely a stone skin. But fortunately, I was able to kill it before my heroes start going in. Because the thing about Greenfin is that once it starts aggroing onto my heroes, by the way, Greenfin has quick energy recovery of 30% per hit. So once you start hitting on a hero, it transforms and it full heals. Alright, so you definitely don't want a Griffin to full heal because a stone skin Griffin that full heals is just too powerful. Okay, so this is day 2. Okay, I'll just briefly go through my crest again. Okay, so a standard HBM base here. Let's place all my snipers down. Oh, by the way, this base actually was very popular last time against HBM S, I believe. Yeah, it was quite popular against R and S. So here there's a lot of troops, so I drop all my snipers. I actually backed out here because the druid actually aggro onto me. Sorry, no, it's not the druid, it was the thunder god that aggro onto my pixie. So I definitely don't want my heroes dying in this for against this simple base. So I restarted. I dropped my Cupid next to the Drakex because my Cupid is on Stone Skin 4. So he absorbed quite a lot of damage. Also he's double evolved, so he's quite tanky. You want to place your Cupid on revive or Stone Skin crest in this situation, because placing him on the any damage crest will just cause him to proc less. Okay, so a lot of outer buildings, I don't need to explain. So it's gone, I didn't die under Calamity. And aggro onto my Reaper. Okay, I actually backed out here because I was really afraid of my Reaper dying. Alright, his Skull Knight was about to proc, so I was a bit worried there. So there's no harm in restarting, I guess, because it's better than losing a hero and everything just becomes a lot harder. Here I drop all my heroes just before the Skull Knight aggro onto my Reaper. Right, I definitely don't want my snipers to be under aggro. Okay, so here I drop my Cupid beside the Town Hall because it can keep on hitting on the Town Hall. Yep, so I managed to kill the Skull Knight under Calamity. I actually lost some, yeah, I lost my 2 strong snipers here. I lost my Aries and my Warlock. Aries is the last sniper I want to lose. Alright, followed by Reaper, Cupid, Pixie, then Warlock. Because my Aries and my Reaper actually deal the most damage. Also Aries reduce energy instead of Reaper making them gain energy. So I will view my Aries as a more important asset than Reaper. Okay, so here I'm doing a bit of crest switching because when some of my heroes die, obviously I have to substitute all of their crests and artifacts and whatnot. So yeah, a lot of switching here. Please bear with me for the moment. Okay, so my strategy for the snipers, my snipers being dead, is to use Santa Boom. But if I'm still able to snipe, then I will continue sniping. For now, I'm just going to drop Skull Knight, since this base is a split base, right? So the heroes on both sides are not as powerful. Okay, so I drop all my team there, and they are able to clear one side without much problem. Okay, so they are now fighting the other side. Okay, so I didn't get anyone dead. Okay, that's fortunate. Okay, so this is a HPM base. I don't need to explain. I just drop all my snipers down. When I have 2 snipers, I'm still able to snipe. When I have 1 snipers left, I won't be able to. So I need to be careful not to lose any more snipers. Okay, I actually replaced my pet and my crest. I put a Reaper on the bulwark because he doesn't have a cooldown, so he will do more damage compared to compared to Pixie. So the thing about Reaper is that you want him to travel to take as much time to travel in between targets, so they can gain energy from Cupid without having to proc on the stuff. Okay, so this will make him get more procs. Okay, as you can see here, all his team is nearing death. Okay, so his Golem actually have a very little HP left, but sadly he has Blood Blow, so he's able to heal a bit, and it revived. So I actually dropped my whole team here because I was afraid that my snipers will get too close and gain aggro. Okay, once that happens, I won't be able to continue because I have lost all my snipers. Okay, so I managed to hold off the base. Okay, his Drake actually trying to engage my Reaper, and I backed out there because I don't want to lose any more snipers. Okay, I was actually testing if the Drake will hit on the wall, because the walls I realized only 3 tick. So this time I tried with Ares, Pumpkin Duke, and I realized that Pumpkin Duke started hitting on the wall. So there's a bit of stacking going on, so I dropped my full team down. So I managed to clear the base. Alright, just a tip for you guys: if you want to make a HBM base or Guild Wars base, alright, put it at 4 tick, not 3 tick, because enemies can hit through the wall if they spawn right in the middle. Okay, here is a standard sniping base, a lot of troops on the outside, but I cannot use Reaper because Reaper will just kill all the troops, so I put Santa Boom down, hoping it will proc on the middle. So I will just keep on backing out if my Santa Boom doesn't get a good proc. So please bear me here. Okay, so I was just trying and trying. Okay, I realized that his Drake was on the outer edges, so I could lure his Drake out. A lot of heroes started getting aggro at me, so I tried again. Okay, this time I used Golem because he has an additional range. So I was hoping that the enemy will engage my Golem without the other hero aggroing. So here, that was just a test run. Now I'll start placing my my heroes on AoE pets, so namely Doom Balloon and Phoenix. So if you guys haven't watched my previous Guild Wars strategy video, I'll attach the link below. Okay, it's somewhat similar. So the idea is that I'll just keep on stacking on the Drake and using my AoE pets to clear all the buildings. Okay, so you will see that in a while. Okay, so his Drake managed to aggro on my Golem. So the damage reduction from the tree actually helped my Golem to stay alive. In fact, he's not taking any damage because he's 10 of 10. So it's 60% damage reduction from skill and 40% from the tree. So yeah, as you can see here, I'm destroying his base bit by bit. The trick is not to have Golem die, so it's not like his Golem is going to die because he also keep healing himself. If you are doing this with a Dread Drake, you have to be a bit more careful. Okay, so 2 bases left. Okay, I use the same strategy here. I drop a Golem and Dread Drake down along with 3. So I make sure that none of my heroes start taking damage. Alright, so it's just a waiting game at this point because I successfully stacked on the enemy. So I'm just waiting for the buildings to be cleared out by Phoenix and by Doom Balloon and by Dread Drake's AoE proc. You guys can also add in a Harpy Queen. What I'm afraid here is that Dread Drake will die, so I don't want to add additional damage to the Dread Drake. So here, I was trying to lure his Dread Drake out because his Dread Drake was on the outer edges, but I was quite unsuccessful because his whole team got lured out. So I made a few more attempts here. This time I used 3 because I was hoping that with the additional range, maybe Dread Drake is the only one that get lured out, but it didn't. It was just off the reach of the hero's base. So as you can see here, his whole team started airgoing. I backed out. Okay, so yep, I in the end I still went for the other ways. Right, so I saw some weak heroes here. So basically a Pixie, where you have someone using Pixie Pumpkin build and maybe a Warlock in his base. You just know that the guy is sniping at this point. Alright, maybe he's doing Guild Wars, maybe he's raiding or something. So those heroes have very low HP, so they are very easy to snipe. So I tried reverting back to my sniping strategy. Alright, so I switched my crest and my artifacts a little bit. Alright, so here the only thing to watch out for is a revived Warlock. Sorry, not revived Warlock, a revived Warlock. Because when Warlock comes back to life, he will auto proc. So when that happens, he deals a massive amount of damage. Okay, so here I backed out and I lost my Reaper in the process. So at this point I was really frustrated, alright, because I don't want to keep wasting time. So I went on to the next base, and you know what? The heroes are still the same, alright. It's actually Guild Wars Day, so a lot of people are doing sniping. So I was quite lucky to find bases that have weaker heroes. Alright, so since Reaper died, I transferred his crest to Pixie so that Pixie can deal additional damage. Okay, I also replaced Reaper with Golem so that all my pets are deployed. Alright, you'll see that at the end here I'll just get a bit impatient. So I'll just spam drop on my heroes and I hope my heroes will clear the enemy. So you can see here they took quite a bit of damage from my Santa Boom proc. Okay, so I was getting quite agitated here, so I just placed everybody down. I didn't care for strategy and redoing everything again. So it worked out fine in the end, so I guess there's nothing to complain about. So I finished off the day having cleared everything. Okay, so this is actually my 3rd day of expedition. Alright, so this is the last expedition for the video. Okay, I was just scrolling through my quest so that you guys can see. Okay, so this is a HBM base, so just all the snipers on the outside. Okay, here we have something like a guild war space, but a lot of building on the outer edges, so it was quite simple. Alright, only his uninvolved Skull Knight is left, so I managed to kill it after its proc wear out. So this is something like HBM base, I think, and there are a lot of buildings on the outer edges, so I just drop all my snipers as usual. Okay, Skull Knight is, yeah, Skull Knight died under Calamity, so okay, it seems that I actually did a very speedy run for this day. It was actually quite successful. I didn't encounter a lot of problems. Okay, so sometimes I do get easier runs also. Sometimes I lose a few heroes here and there, and my runs become exponentially harder. Alright, it depends on luck. Luck is actually a big factor because the amount of the base that I attack are randomly chosen. So yeah. So this is a HBM base. There's a my warlock actually can reach buildings that are 4 tiles apart. So yeah, my warlock actually starts stacking on some of the inner buildings, and subsequently my snipers managed to take down his heroes. Okay, so this has a lot of troops on the outer edges, so I just drop all my snipers. I want Pixie to tank all the towers because my Pixie is actually quite tanky because she's quite high. She has quite a high inscription, so she's actually my second most tanky sniper, apart from Reaper. So here the four corners have a bit of low HP buildings, so I drop all my snipers there. I was hoping that my snipers actually have the range to reach in the inner buildings. Okay, I back out there because my Reaper was about to die by the Drake. The greatest threat here is the Greenfin, alright, because obviously you don't want the Greenfin to full heal back. Most people put a Stone Skin on their Greenfin, so it's really hard to kill Greenfins. Most people put, I think Bulwark and Stone Skin is Greenfin's best talent. I prefer Bulwark over Stone Skin because yeah, yes, he's good in Guild Wars defense, but he's also good in other game modes like I don't know, like dungeons, like HBMs. So I want him to dish out as much damage as possible, rather than being a tank. Okay, so here I actually did a few tries to snipe his heroes. Okay, I'm not skipping the base because I was quite fed up. So here I actually found an opening to put my warlock in. So that was a flaw in the base. Okay, I managed to kill all his heroes before my heroes close in. Alright, I just drop everybody. Okay, here his placement of his outer buildings are not really ideal because they are not within reach of his hero base. So I was able to snipe from quite a close range. Yep. This kind of base are used very often in Guild Wars defense, but he did a bad job there because his hero base were not very highly level up, and he has too many walls spread out. Alright. Here I actually tried to attack because Heartbreaker and Trixie Tree are not very good Guild War defense hero. So I believe some of my hero actually died here. Oh no, I managed to back out in time. Alright, so I believe I actually skipped this base, yeah. But in reality, if you see someone using Trixie Tree or Heartbreaker in Guild Wars defense, you want to attack the guy because Heartbreaker and Trixie Tree do deal a massive amount of damage, but they are very low HP. Right here, I actually his heroes actually killed a lot of my snipers, and I was quite frustrated, so I just dropped everybody without thinking. Yep, I actually managed to push through, but I lost almost my whole team of snipers. So yeah, I just put all my second-rate heroes down and try to clear the remaining base. Alright, I skipped the shuffling of all the crests and the artifacts and the pets because that will take too much time. So I refreshed and I found something like HBM base. So I just dived straight in. Okay, here I actually just spam drop on my heroes, and somehow I managed to clear all these heroes. So that worked out in the end. I highly don't recommend anyone doing this unless it's your last attempt. So for me, this is my last attempt, so I don't really care if my full team died. Alright, so yep, that's it for me for now. Okay, so I'll be doing another video like this, so see you guys then.